And we are live. Hi, everybody.
Awesome. Hi,
Hello,
guys.
hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Booked for Romance. I'm so excited because I get to hang out with two of the most fabulous guests, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves. So, Elle, take it away.
Hi, everybody. I'm Elle, over on Elle Reads. I don't actually read. I mean, I do, but oh my goodness, guys, I am so nervous. This is my first time. But yeah, I'm very chill, so it's okay. I'm very nervous.
You're good. You're totally good.
I'm so shy.
No, you're good to go. Go ahead, Maya.
Okay, hi guys, I'm Maya. My Instagram handle is Let's Get Booking, and I'm super excited to be here. This is my first ever live sprint, so I'm super excited. Yeah, I'm also really nervous too, but I'm sure it'll be great. It'll be great.
We're all nervous here.
You guys are crazy. So I wanted to do an icebreaker for them because they are nervous and they're fabulous because let's be honest, you guys, do you remember when we hung out on the Discord and like literally I talked to these girls, no joke. What do you think? Like an hour and a half?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
we just like literally shoot the ship about whatever, like books. It was just nonstop. So we're going to just do a little icebreaker and say our favorite book. And unfortunately for me, I have about 1,000 favorite books. So let's go with just the book I finished yesterday, and we're going to call it The Hunter by Kerrigan Byrne, which is just fabulous, which we're going to talk about Saturday on Chris's channel. So yeah, I've got too many that I absolutely love, so I cannot pick. It's like picking between children at this point. So,
I know I've heard really good things about that, so yeah.
so good. So good. Go ahead, Elle.
Yeah, so oh my goodness, if you guys know me, my favorite book, my romance, I have two favorite books, but romance-wise, I absolutely love It Ends With Us, and I'm gonna make all of you to read it. um, there are trigger warnings, so I take that back. I don't recommend it to everyone. However, I really enjoyed the book because throughout the beginning, it really like showed kindness, and that's what I want to represent. So yeah, I really enjoyed that book. Maya.
I also have a bunch of favorites, so I'm just gonna pick one that I read last year, which I loved, which is Radiance by Grace Draven. It's Grace Draven. But yeah, oh my god, that book was amazing. Highly recommend it. So yeah,
I haven't read it.
it's really good. Really good.
Yeah, I
You
haven't
totally
read
should.
that one either. Yeah, Elle is already put her book on my Goodreads as of like, you need to read this like next. And it's on the list. It's there. I didn't end up getting to it next, but it will be after this one, if not the readathon after that one. Like seriously, my TBR, it's just mind blowing. Like my TBR is blown up. But
Relatable.
yeah, it's crazy. Like I don't know if anybody out there, if you're like this, but you have a plan and then you try to stick to this plan, but then new things pop up and like things release and you're like, the plan just went way out the window. Like there was a plan.
Oh my gosh, I relate. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the plan's gone.
Like,
the plan
up here is just like books I've started and I need to read, but I don't know when I'm gonna read, and I've already started them because I get sidetracked. So yeah, totally
So
relatable. I know. Look at that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's so great. We're all here to read. But before we do that, I've got some book news. I'm very, very excited. So you guys probably know this book news, right? Gosh, I hope you guys know this book news. But did you guys hear about the Shadow and Bones trilogy?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Have you guys seen this?
Yes. Oh my goodness, yes. I'm so
For
excited.
any of you YA people out there like myself, I am so excited because Six of Crows is so awesome, and it is a couple of the characters are from Six of Crows plus the Gracious trilogy. I think they're combining the two. So have you guys heard of that or anything about it yet?
Yeah, I've heard about the series coming out, and I really want to read it before like it comes out, but I don't know if I should read just the first book or the whole trilogy. So I don't know if you know the answer to that or if anyone else
I
does.
do, but I'm not going to sway you either way because I am very partial to Six of Crows, and we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
Mhm.
When you read them, come back to me and I'll give you like a full review of it. But yes, I'm very partial to Six of Crows. I loved Crooked Kingdom. That is my jam. I absolutely adored it. Yeah. Have you guys read any of those yet?
I haven't.
On our list, but
Right.
I have Six of Crows. I just haven't read it.
Right. And it is so good. So good. And speaking of book to movie adaptations, have you guys seen I think it was V.E. Schwab. Does anybody in the Discord or you got or anybody
Really?
out there know about V.E. Schwab?
I know about the author, but I didn't know of any adaptations
Yeah,
that were
same.
happening.
Just
That's
came
fun.
out, guys. Okay, so I feel like I have all the news today. I'm so excited. But V.E. Schwab, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, it looks like it's becoming an can you guys see that okay?
Oh
It
my
looks like
god.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Exciting.
okay, so it's just V.E. Schwab on there. But it looks like it's becoming an adaptation. So all you V.E. Schwab fans out there, guess what? You're getting yours adapted. And I feel like because of Bridgerton and the romance community, a lot of romance is opening up for other genres. So
Yeah.
there's that. And then I have one more thing of news, and then I promise I'll let you guys. I swear, I feel like all I do is come on here with news. Okay,
No, it's
have
the
you guys
best
read
news.
this?
Oh my gosh, no, but I really need to.
haven't. Oh my gosh. My friend Stasia loves that series, and I feel like she's
Okay.
gonna yell at me to read it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, if you like YA, you will really enjoy this. And here's the kicker is she's creating a new series, and one of the characters that's in here that you absolutely love is in the new series, and I am so here for it. So if you guys liked Caraval, just to let you know, go to Stephanie Garber's page, and she just released a little segment of a new book that she's doing, and yeah, she literally, just to let you guys know, oh my gosh, let's just say I'm not going to say anything, but just go see her page. Oh my gosh. Yep. Once Upon a Broken Heart. I'm so hyped. Yes. And I'm
That
so
sounds
here
so
for
fun.
you guys. This is going to be her spinoff too. I feel like it's a spinoff. I don't know. She's not calling it a spinoff. She's calling it a new series. But yes, I'm very excited for it. I feel like, okay, that's all the book news I have. So let's get into what you guys are reading tonight. What's the big plans, the reading plans?
Go ahead, Em.
I'll start. So I have three options. So I'm just not sure. But I have this book, and then called Ove or Ove. I'm not sure.
Right.
And then Educated, which is I believe is a nonfiction. And then the other one is our book of the month for February in our Discord that I'm co-hosting. So yeah, I'm just
what is that one?
excited. Destiny's Embrace. Oh my goodness, I had to.
Okay. So,
but
if
yeah,
anybody's in the Discord or anybody in the chat that knows those three books, what should she start with?
yeah. Please let me know. I feel like people are gonna yell at me to read Destiny's Embrace or this one.
Both are really good books I've heard, so either would be great.
Yeah.
I just feel like I need to cry, you know? And Destiny's Embrace isn't giving me that vibe, obviously.
Right. It needs to give you some vibes or something. And I feel like I am a mood reader. Like, how many people out there are mood readers?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I am.
Definitely.
Like, and this is why I think I fail at my TBRs. I think
it's a struggle.
Right. Like, do you guys have problems with that too?
Oh my gosh, all the time. Like, I'll pick up books and then like put them down because I'm just not in the mood, and then like never pick them up again. So no, I totally get it.
Okay, so do you guys start 3 books at the same time?
Yes. I think my Goodreads says I'm reading like 15 books right now. But yeah, I read like multiple books. I know, Elle.
Right. That's okay though. Like a lot of people are like that. I'm like a
I
one
wish I was like that.
woman type of girl where one book type of girl. Woman book. That too. I'm one thing at a time type of girl. So I don't know where I was going with that at all. We're gonna just roll with it. So yes, I'm a one book type of girl. So I
Oh my
will
gosh, I wish.
right. I don't know. I think I confuse them, or like they have to be like totally different genres. Like it would have to be like
Mhm.
historical romance and then like fantasy. So one on different sides. So Maya, what are you reading? Or are you doing something different? So that anything?
I'm either going to be reading Romancing the Duke by Tessa Dare,
Ooh,
which is also one of the picks for the book club that I host with Ellen Rylan. And I'm really close to finishing it, so I might do that. Or I might work on my homework because I have an assignment due at midnight. So we'll see. Either
yeah.
of the two will happen.
See, and if you were like doing like this is not only like a reading sprint, it could be a get things done sprint. It could be like time to like settle down sprint, meditate sprint, whatever you guys want to make the sprint as, you do that. So that's totally fine with us. Okay, so what am I reading? Okay, so here's my dilemma too. Like I'm almost done with this book and I'm nervous because I don't know if it's getting the greatest reviews, but I like it so far. So that's good. I don't even know if I could, whoops, as I turn it back on, let me see if I could get you guys a picture so you guys can see it. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties right now. Hold on. Sorry guys. So
No, it's okay.
Oh, here we go. I want to show you guys because the cover is just phenomenal. Can
Oh,
you
the
guys see that? Okay.
Eris. Yes,
The Heiress
that
the
cover is
Duke
gorgeous.
by
That is really, really, really
Harper
pretty.
St. George. So I'm really enjoying it, but I'm nervous because I'm seeing people that are like, I'm getting like other bookstagrammers are rating it so. So I'm gonna finish that up, and then after that, it's either gonna be Elle's book by Colleen Hoover. I don't know if I want to be sad. Like I'm nervous. Okay.
It is not sad. It has happy ending, but you're just going to cry. It's fine. You're gonna cry
Oh my gosh.
maybe in the middle of the book or something, but you will cry.
Right.
It's
See,
fine if you don't cry.
And then you'll
I'm
be
not gonna
happy at the
judge
end.
you if
So
you
it's
no,
don't
I'm
okay.
cry.
worried that I will cry. Like that's my fear. Like I'm gonna cry and it's gonna be so sad. Okay. I guess my question to you is, and unless this is a spoiler, is there an HEA? Is that a spoiler though? Is that a spoiler?
You know, you're just gonna have to read it.
Okay, so
Oh,
we
my
have
friend
one
didn't cry.
Okay.
I
So
think I cried because I felt like I was the character because I've
yeah,
been
I get it in
in
my
a
character
similar
too.
situation.
Right.
So I felt very like I could relate to the character. But it's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Very, very
I'm a
good.
little nervous, a little skeptical. But yeah, I'll give it a go. I definitely want to see where that goes. So we'll see how that
Colleen
goes.
Hoover is phenomenal. Like she's amazing. But
Yeah, I've heard her books are really well loved.
Right. And I know Colleen Hoover, she's a great read. So it's like almost like I know it's going to be a solid read whenever you get into one of her books. Yeah, anybody else? What else is everybody reading out there? Just curious because I'm like,
Yeah, let us know.
yeah, let us know. Or if you're shy, like my friend Jen, if she's out there, drop a little emoji. Let us know you're here, okay? Like, because I know some of you are out there, so I know it's kind of fun, like to throw it because we can't see you, so we don't know if you're out there or not. So
Yeah, let us know.
right, it's like who's out there. So anyway, but yeah, so I think we're at our 15-minute mark for that. 30, we're going to read for 30 minutes if that's a good sprint with you guys. And then we'll come back at 30 minutes. So I think 30 minutes from now would be exactly 7:45 my time. So I don't know where that's your time at, guys, but we'll read for about 30 minutes and then we'll get back and we'll chat a little more. So, all right, guys, we'll talk soon. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey,
How was it?
good. I got some good reading in.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
same. I actually am really liking this book.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
So which one did you end up picking? What was okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
Yep. I've heard really, really good things about that one.
I am really liking it so far. I didn't think I would like it right away, just because it's a lot of writing. Like the chapters are quite long. I'm like, I'm only in chapter 5, and I'm on page 32.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
sounds
That's pretty good
like it's not
though.
long,
Yeah.
but
That's 32
it's really,
pages in
that's
30
really good.
minutes. That's pretty awesome.
Very, very good book.
Maya,
It's
did
good.
you end up reading or did you get work done?
Yeah, I decided to read because why not, right?
Work can
and
wait.
and it's so good. I got like 30 something pages in, and I'm so close to finishing it. Like I might just stay up
Oh,
after I submit my homework and just finish it tonight because it's so
Yeah,
good.
she doesn't sleep. It's
okay.
Yeah.
So what is that one about?
It's about oh my gosh. It's about I'm so bad at explaining things. I'll try my
Right. No,
best.
no, not to put you onto the spot or anything, but I know
Yeah.
Tessa Dare does her like Duchess Deal series, and I'm just curious if that's kind of similar to that.
It's the Castles Ever After series, and it honestly she has a great way of writing like romance with comedy.
Right.
And so yeah, highly recommend it. But basically it's about I think it felt like each book follows a girl who is basically given a castle because it's
Ooh,
the Castles Ever After series, right?
I'm very excited for
right.
that.
So the first one follows Izzy. So yeah.
Love it.
I
Okay,
don't want
that's
to say too
cool.
much and accidentally spoil something because
Right, right.
Very excited
No,
to
but
read
that
it.
makes sense. Like, and then that's the one are you guys reading that one in your Discord right now?
yeah, so we're reading just the first book right now, and then we're reading Destiny's Embrace.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you guys want to find them, you go to their Instagram pages, and I know their Discord is probably in their links in their Instagram pages. So the trail of breadcrumbs, I'm giving out
Right, exactly.
you guys will find where you need to go.
Yes.
Yes, I read a little bit in mine. I actually am listening to the audiobook, and yeah, I'm at like towards like the end, so I can't really say a ton about it. But it's such a good premise. It's like an heiress. She's from an heiress, and there's a duke who is really poor. So it's
Oh, that
literally
sounds
like
good.
match made in heaven, but she doesn't want this match. So we'll see what happens. Like, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, and then there you go. Yeah, that sounds really good. I really want to read the whole Tessa Dare because Tessa Dare, I feel like you can't really go wrong with Tessa Dare.
Yeah.
Like Sarah McLean, like it doesn't matter what Sarah McLean book you pick up, you're gonna love it. Same with Kerrigan Byrne. If you like dark romance, I feel like that's the same thing. So I wrote a few questions down because I was like, I want to ask him a few things because I don't want you guys just hopping off. I mean, you're my guests for the day, so
So nervous.
okay. So people get to know you a little bit. What is your favorite genres? Like, what are the things you kind of go to for genres? And people in the chat, please answer this too. Favorite genres.
Okay, I'll go first. I I have it on my Instagram bio, so I'll just read it. So I love new adult, young adult romance. Really doesn't matter. I love thriller. I am in love with just romance in general, like I said, and then contemporary, YA contemporary, literary fiction. So that's I guess that is contemporary too, right? And then I am very new to fantasy, so
Oh,
please give me recommendations. I prefer when the fantasy has like romance, just because I started Court of Thorns and Roses, and I love that book. And I think that's a really great book to start off with, especially if you're new and because like if it's a very complicated fantasy, I just get super confused. So yeah, those
right.
are my favorite
Fantasies like that.
genres.
I feel like fantasy, especially with adult fantasy, these worlds become so elaborate where you're just
Mm-hmm.
like, what is this world? I don't even like, you're trying to like get to it. And like, there's different things popping out at different places, and it just becomes so elaborate where I just get confused. So great place to start with fantasy is YA fantasy, I feel like.
Yep.
Once you do YA fantasy, I feel like that kind of introduces you to the genre of fantasy. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely agree.
So what are your favorites, Maya?
Basically all things romance. Lately, yeah, basically. I started off by reading like YA fantasy romance for like 2 years, and then I started reading like adult romances and like mainly historical romances, as you can see by my collection behind me.
Right.
And but now I'm starting to read more paranormal and more like adult fantasy romances. And they're just so good. Just basically anything that has romance. Like, we love it, right?
Right, exactly. Like, this is book for romance. You can't go wrong with reading romance. Just stick it in there, and that's great. No, because we were talking about this the other day. Me and I think Jen or Christy. I can't remember. I'm sorry, guys. But we were talking about like fantasy romance, and why a lot of YA has a lot more fantasy romance, and now it's kind of trickling into adult. But I felt like a lot of women who liked fantasy romance started in YA because it was like more accepted in the YA genre. But now people want more of adult fantasy romance because they want you to kind of like, what is that? Break the bar, open the envelope. What is that? Push the boundaries, whatever that is. Like, they want you to take it further. But like a lot of fantasy was like male based author fantasy. So it was really hard for the female authors, especially fantasy romance, to get into the fantasy setting and be like bought, because it was like you needed, I don't know if there was a lot of it. I don't know the correct reasoning for it, but a lot of fantasy romance started in YA, and now it's like trickling into adult fantasy, and I'm here for it. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, me too. And honestly, I think you're right, because I think I heard somewhere that Victoria Schwab, like, she goes by V.E. Schwab in her adult books,
Right,
because of that same reason, because it doesn't sound like she's like,
Wait, I have a question.
shoot,
what's up?
This is a very dumb question, but you know
okay.
that writer of like the from the middle grade book, Victoria Schwab, is that the same as V.
Yeah.
Schwab, or
Yeah, so Victoria Schwab and V. Schwab are the two. They're the same.
Are they the same authors?
Yeah,
Really?
so that's why I read somewhere or heard somewhere, I don't know if this is right, that she prefers using V.E. Schwab for her adult books because they sell more, because it doesn't sound, it's not Victoria Schwab.
Right.
Feminine. Yeah.
And a lot of authors do that, where they'll do different genres and go different pen names. So like they'll like separate their genres by like, this is, Mary Blog does it. I know she's got 2 pen names rolling around somewhere with her contemporaries and with her historical fiction or historical romance. Like, a lot of authors tend to do that to be able to separate their genres. But I just thought it was really interesting how a lot of women started with fantasy romance in the YA sections, because it wasn't really not accepted, but as like, I don't know, bought, I guess.
Yeah, it wasn't as common.
Right. So now they're finally pushing into the adult fantasy romance, which I'm really excited about.
Yes, I'm so here for it.
Very happy
Right. So yes, as you can see, it's kind of funny because I have it in like a row. I'm like, my YA fantasy, then you kind of go into historical romance, and then down here is my contemporary romance. But I really do like mafia romances and contemporary. Honestly, you could stick anything in romance and I'll read it. Like, I even do like some darker themes, but again, I mentioned this the other my other live on Chris's channel, is I can't do anything that has like trigger warnings, like with sexual assault. That's a trigger for me, and I don't like reading it. So you guys are the same. And there's a big controversy right now, guys, about, do you feel that there should be trigger warnings on books?
Yes.
Like,
yes. I talked about this with my friends. So
I think we have
very important. I think that it's a spoiler if you put a trigger out there.
I don't think it's a spoiler. because I'd rather know what I'm going into rather than like be shocked and like, oh my goodness, you know? So yeah, I don't think it's a spoiler.
Yeah. I think knowing that before going into something, like sometimes I've read a book that hasn't had any trigger warnings and then I read something and it kind of ruins the whole experience for me. And I'm not personally triggered by any of that, but I think it definitely like it just doesn't, I don't like it. So it kind of ruins the book for me. So I really appreciate trigger warnings ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it spoils anything.
The front.
And I agree with that too, because here's the thing, like, let's pretend like you are a victim of some sort of crime. We're not going to even like put it like just something. We're not going to even specify it. You're not going to want to roll in there and reenact that thing and re-trigger yourself for that. Hence why they call it trigger warnings, to put it out there. But it's really interesting. I saw something posted about an author being like, I'm not willing to put the trigger warning out there. It's because I want you guys to have all these feelings. But if you do have issues, please DM me. And one of our our booktuber friends is like, please go like this comment so people know the triggers to this author's, because she's not willing to put it on the what is that called? The description. So it's really interesting to me that, I mean, I don't want authors to ever out themselves for like having a personal attack or anything like that. That's totally a separate issue. But I would really like them to address trigger warnings, especially for myself who does not like to read it, period. Like, I mean, some people it doesn't like affect them to read it. And that's, it is what it is. But for me, I just don't like reading it. So it's nice to have that heads up. So yeah, that was a debate going on in the
I completely agree. Yeah.
Right, correct. So that was a huge debate going on in the booktube community. Yeah. And it's a tough, it feel like it's a tough call, but I feel like also, because what if they put them on the inside of the pages with the education info? But then again, you would have to know it there to look for them. Yeah, and exactly. And that's a thing too. It's like, I feel like as an author, she should definitely like play it, be safe than sorry type thing. Because then if someone has an episode, that would be like, I feel like on them. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I feel like you should know that you could like to put trigger warning somewhere that the reader's going to see it. So like on the dust jacket, on the inside where the synopsis is maybe, but somewhere that like people look at when they buy books.
Or or you know what? You could be like, trigger. You know what you could do? I have an idea, guys. This is a good idea. I got this. You could put trigger warnings and then please see this like first pin, or please see like back of the book, or please see this for trigger warnings. So then if someone's like, okay, I want to see the trigger warnings, it's easy for them to find instead of it being just like on the front cover or it being like in the main description, like somewhere where it's pinned where you can get to it easy. But then it's like, if someone doesn't want to see it, they don't have to see it. So that's something Goodreads should definitely consider, like a box that you can click for trigger warnings. So if you can see it, if you want to see it, and then if you don't want to see it, you don't have to see it. Like,
that's really smart. Yeah, I totally agree with you. That's
that
a great
would be
idea.
like a good add-on, because then it's like, then the author gets its okay where it's not feeling like it's not ruining her book. But then if you want to see that trigger warning, you're not making that decision for them. So yep. Okay. I have other questions too. I'm so excited. Okay. What are you guys most excited to read about this new year coming up? Most excited, most anticipated for you guys?
Oh my goodness.
That's a lot.
Okay. I know that there's a new Kerrigan Byrne book coming out. It's the last book in the Devil All You Know or something, right?
Yeah,
am I right? Is that right? Okay.
So bad at titles, but I'm like,
yeah, me too.
I am terrible with titles, but the new Kerrigan Byrne is coming out. We'll just plot that. So that's coming out. You're pretty pumped for that.
I'm so
anything else you guys are super excited about?
Goodness.
Or do you guys read a lot of series? I mean, is there stuff that you're just like, I have to get to my TBR. There's just no way I can look at new stuff.
I need to read the second book of A Court of Thorns and Roses because I know the fourth book is coming out in February and I'm trying to hurry. Like, because I'm like, it's coming
Get
out
on that.
soon,
Get
and
on
I need
that.
to
Yeah,
Like,
you
read
need to
it.
finish the whole series.
Why am I reading this? I'm just kidding.
yeah,
but
you know what?
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to stop my plans on February 14th and just drop what I'm doing. I think it's February 13th or 14th. I'm dropping my reading plans right there. And yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. And I do, okay, I can't, for some reason, I cannot click on this comment and I really want to right now. There we go. I know. I feel you so much. And this is something that's happening right now. Is that I feel like with her cover, I was talking a little bit about this where she's moving from YA to adult and she's trying to appeal to male yes, that's the cover right there. She's trying to appeal to male readers. And I think because she's trying to appeal to male readers, because she already has her female fan base, she's already got that. So now she's trying to appeal to like other, like adult, maybe male reader, maybe female readers too, who knows, but she's trying to appeal to a different clientele, let's say that. And I think that's why she went so drastic the other way with her covers. Now, don't quote me on this. This is stuff that I've talked to with other booktubers. This is stuff that I've kind of researched, but what I've learned is that's kind of what she's doing. But I miss her other covers. Like here, let's be honest, okay? This is her this is her Throne of Glass series. I forget what they abbreviate this as. I forget what they call this. Someone help me
neither.
In the comments. But this, I feel like, is really great. It shows an assassin. I feel like it could be like go either way of like appealing to multiple audiences. I don't think she needed to go that drastic with the cover, but you know what? A lot of authors don't have like say over what their covers are, but I feel like she would. So I'm a little conflicted. Like, could she just had to okay it and then that's kind of went out? Or is she just like everybody talked her into it? I would be really interested to know her thoughts on that.
Yeah.
I actually really do like the new covers. So I like the new covers for the original trilogy, but the new book that's coming out in February, I'm not too fan of that design. Not too much of a fan of that design.
I'm out here just
yeah, that one. But I do like the other ones, but I can see what you're talking about appealing to the different audience and getting more getting a bigger male audience through changing the covers.
Let's be honest. She could pick whatever she wants on her covers and we'll all still read it. Like we'll all still be here for it. So it doesn't matter what she throws on her covers.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because I think like, you know, if you go on like social media, especially like TikTok, A Court of Thorns and Roses like series is super popular, and it's usually majority of the readers are, you know, girls or women, you know. So I think I have to agree with you in that.
Right. But I have to admit though, how many of you loved her Crescent City covers?
Oh, I so really it's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Really like so at this point in time, I'm thinking, what happened?
Yeah, because I mean,
where did we go wrong here? Because
it's a really drastic change.
Bomb. They are bomb.com. Like I loved them. So yeah, and see, and you get mixed reviews because some people actually really enjoyed them, and some, you know, So
I think it was just such a big change that some people who already like the series, already like the covers that they had, are a bit like unfavorable. They don't like really like the new ones because it's just so different. It's not like they changed it a little bit, you know? It's like completely different.
She also knows though that like doesn't matter what I put out there, people are still gonna buy it.
Right. And that's kind of what I think we had the stigma for Crescent City when she info dumped for the first 30% of the book, but that's okay. She redeemed it at the end and I'm okay with that. But like it's one of those things where I feel like sometimes writers get that complacency, and I feel like she kind of info dumped for us for that first series, but I think she kind of figured it out, and I think book 2 for Crescent City will be like and so much better because we already know about the world. What I'm really excited about, guys, I don't know, do I have it out here? Okay, I have 2 of them. I'm just gonna let me grab them real fast. They're like right here. Okay, I'm pretty sure these 2 series are ending. So we're getting the 3rd one to this
Oh my goodness.
Tuesday.
I have the first book.
And this one's coming. Wait, this one is coming out this year. So we've got these 2 are coming out. The number 3s are finally coming out, which I'm so here for. I love YA fantasy so much. But yeah, I'm here for the Kerrigan burn. I'm here for it. There's so many series wrapping up. I'm trying to think like, if anybody knows in the comments, there's other series that are totally, a lot of people are wrapping some major series this year. I just can't think of them right off the top of my head.
Yeah, me neither. There are just so many books like all the time.
Right. Okay, so last question for you guys. Last question, and then we'll let everybody go to their reading spaces. What are your big plans for February? So it's Valentine's Day. We all love romance. What are the big plans for you guys for Valentine's Day to read besides Sarah J. Maas? Because we all know we're going to stop what we're doing to read her. Like, oh, yeah. Aurora Rising is ending. Yeah. And then, so yeah, Maya, you want to go first?
I'll go ahead. Okay. So we're doing the books for our book club, which are both historical romances. So super excited about that.
What are the 2?
Romancing the Duke and Destiny's Embrace.
This is all for February.
Yeah, this is for February. I just started it early because I couldn't stop myself.
No, that's okay.
But then I'm also going to be reading Kate Bateman, the first book in her newest series.
Oh wait, okay. So not this one.
No, that one.
Okay,
this early one. Because
freaking good, you guys.
I'm so excited.
You know the premise to this? Okay, so I'm not going to spoil it or anything like that, but she's an heiress and her cousin's hounding her down to marry her. So in order for her to not marry her creepy cousin, she goes and marries someone on death row. And well, unfortunately for her, she's like, oh, he's going to die. I'll become a widow and I'll be wealthy with all my money. But unfortunately, the guy doesn't die. He just, he's still alive. So there you go. That's a really good one.
That sounds so good.
Yeah, it's amazing. And then the second one is about a girl with a heist. So the second one is a girl with a heist. So
Elle just disappeared for a second.
No, that happens. You guys will not believe how often that happens on live streams. Like, I will be booted. If I get booted out of this, I will be right back. Like, it happens all the time.
I was like, it's not working. My wife was
gone. So, wait, did you tell me your plans for February yet?
Oh, so my plan is to read a lot of Colleen Hoover because I still have to do that. Oh my goodness, for a second, you guys didn't move at all. I was like, hello?
we're just enwrapped with you right now. We're like,
but actually, I was thinking about this while I was taking the shower. I know. So basically, I was like telling myself that my February goal is to not pressure myself onto reading too much books, because I feel like, well, my reading goal is 50 this year, but in like this month I've read like 31 books already. So like that alone, I was like, I don't know how that happened. But I was, I need to tell myself I need to like slow down.
I don't even know how that took place.
I have no idea how that happened.
That's awesome. So, just to let you know, on spoiler alert, I just heard from a little birdie that the audiobook is really, really good to this. Just throwing it out there. It's for spoiler alert.
Oh, I need to read it. Oh my gosh, that one. I've heard so many things.
I know. I need to read it. It's literally on the list. But for which I won't be reading it in February because my February is so packed. I'm thinking to myself, like, I may have overdid it, guys. So I've got my Kerrigan Byrne read along. We're doing that each week. So we're finishing up this week with the Hunter, and next week is the Highlander, because Kerrigan Byrne's awesome. But those are reread for me, thank goodness. But then we have our Faro Feb. So it's Fantasy Romance February. So you guys, they've dedicated a whole month to fantasy romance. And am I pumped about it?
That sounds so much fun.
Oh, I am so here for it. They're having 2 reading sprints on my channel, which I'm very excited about. It's on February 2nd and February 23rd. So if you guys aren't busy, come by and read fantasy romance with me.
We'll definitely be there.
And then, yeah, so I'm trying to get my TBR together, but my TBR is already at 20 books. And I'm like,
Oh my
okay,
goodness.
I'm going to narrow this down because I've got 4 books of like historicals I need to read. I don't know about reading 24 books in the month of February. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going to
massive.
lower that. I'm
I feel like
reading
TBRs can build so quickly.
What's that?
TBRs can build so quickly, and you don't even realize that you put 20 books on your list, and then they're just like 20 books, and you're like, okay, well, I wonder how I'm going to get through that.
Right. And here's the problem. It's like, okay, so you get a couple arcs, and you're like, well, I need to read those from buddies. And then you get ones where you're like, oh, I put this on from January. Like I told people like, oh, I'm reading this in January, but I pushed it back to February because of the fantasy romance thing. And then I'm looking at my TBR and I'm like, this book has been out for 3 years for The Last Nazar. The 3rd one has been out for like 3 years and I need to get to it. And I'm like, I don't want to forget the first 2 books. So I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Relatable.
Very, very fast.
I have a pile of shame up here of books that I started and have not finished, and I'm trying to incorporate those in my TBRs, but there's just so many.
My question to you is, Maya, do you go through those and do you ever like DNF them? So you're like, okay, I've started these.
I know her answer. It's a no.
It's some occasionally, but mostly no.
Because I had yes and Maya and Elle says like, no, she doesn't do that.
Because I DNF books, but like I have to really dislike a book to DNF it, and all of these are books I do like. I'm just not in the mood for. So sometimes
that mood. I get that. I get that. And especially and there's ever one like I started this and I have no idea what it's about anymore.
Yes. Oh my gosh, all the time.
Oh my goodness, I can relate.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't know. How are you guys about DNFing? Because I feel guilty, so guilty to DNF a book. And
I love DNFing a book.
Like, do you like DNF? You're like, I throw that away, no problem. Or you're like, I push through because I put too much effort in not to finish.
I love DNFing a book. I have no shame. If I don't like the book, it's either because I'm not in the mood yet, so I just drop it. It's not really DNF because I will pick it up. But there are books out there that I've DNF and I hate it. So yeah. But I do like if I'm like DNFing it maybe in the middle of the book, then I do consider that as I've read it because it's effort. I did it.
Yeah.
Right.
But
a lot of my book buddies are like, I throw that aside. And I'm like, I can't. I'm like, maybe the author is going to turn it around for me. Maybe. But my friends are like, the second I don't like it, they're like, it like blows up.
Honestly, yeah. Like,
oh, that is so mean.
If I don't like a book, I've gotta DNF it because like,
right.
I don't know, like even really popular books. I feel really guilty when it comes to really popular books. Like I DNF'd
that one.
Yeah, I DNF'd Illuminae, and I was like, everyone loves that book.
Right.
And I just could not get through it. Like every single time something happened, I was like rolling my eyes. I thought everything was like, and so I had to DNF it. So I don't really have a problem with it. It's just sometimes when it's popular, I feel like I'm the odd one out,
Well, you know what? That's the thing. Like there's I've been talking to my book buddies, because I call everybody book buddies. It's not like they're popular YouTubers or whatever. Like I call everybody book buddies because everybody on my books account is book buddies. And it's really funny that you say that because I have a lot of unpopular opinions. Like I'm not a huge fan of J.R. Ward, but I know there's a ton of people who love her. And I mean, I can understand. I respect her writing. It's just not something I really got into. So it's one of those things where you could respect a person's writing and they write really well, but it's just not something that you enjoy. And then at that point, it's like personal taste. But I definitely like the 50 page idea. Like, do you guys give it a page number to like really give it a shot?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like I don't DNF a book after like 25 pages. Like I've got to give it at least like 80 to 100. I feel like
that's how I DNF it.
Right.
Or like 20% of the book.
True shot.
Mhm.
Right. So I'm assuming from you girls, you liked everything you read tonight. You were happy. You're like,
Yes.
so later
Yes.
plans, you guys are going to head out and read some more.
Oh, yes. So,
Yes.
we would just like to let you guys know, whoever is watching, we do have a Discord server, and
Great.
usually we do read there. So you can just like hop on. We don't worry, we won't bite you.
They're worried right now.
Yeah, so because not everyone, I don't usually like to like show my face while I read, so I know like you guys, if you want to join in, and you can hop on. But
So Elle, after this, will be on her Discord, and it's really cute because this is how we kind of all kind of got together. Is on her Discord. I didn't even know Discord could do this, but you hop on there and you guys could talk to each other on the Discord, and it literally is.
oh,
You
that's our friend stage.
Oh,
Yes, you guys are the sweetest people ever. Like literally, I was on there. I think I talked to you guys for like an hour and a half, and I'm like, well, I didn't get any reading done, but I got some good
yes.
conversation in. And
Because I
so,
know we went in
Oh,
talking about
yeah.
reading sprints
Yeah.
and we did no reading. We were just
right,
laughing
we
the whole
didn't do any
time.
reading. That's why I was like, let's read for the first, like, get the 30 minutes done so we could claim that we read, and then we'll talk after.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where I was just like, okay, we've got a reading done. Now we can chat. But yeah, if you want to keep reading with Al, she's going to be at the Discord and talk, and you guys could chat or read or mute or whatever. But it's really cute. So to track them, just get into the description because I can't think right now. And their Instagram pages were there, and you can get those links from their Instagram pages. But oh my gosh, girls, I loved having you guys. You guys
Thank you
are
for having
fabulous.
us.
I feel like I've got the. I feel like I'm the older generation, and you guys are like the next generation behind me. So it's just so young being with you guys. I'm with the young girls.
Oh my goodness. No, but yeah, I had so much fun. Thank you
But
so much.
thank you guys for hanging out, and for all you guys out there, thanks for hanging out with us and reading with us
Thank you
and
so much.
giving
Sorry,
giving us
my
an hour and
Wi-Fi
20
is so bad.
Wait, oh
Hello.
no, don't even. Your Wi-Fi was good. I've been on episodes before where like there was a person, I felt so bad for them, but they like stick the whole time and they can't hear you, and it's like literally like it's an awkward conversation. Like
I
Yeah.
try
they
to
can
just
only
like
answer,
smile
like,
or
every other
something.
word. It's bad.
I feel like awkward because like it's loading, but I'm like, people can still see me smile.
Yeah, and we can hear you really well too, so you're good to go. But anyways, I want to tell everybody have a fabulous night, and until next time, we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.